Funding is notoriously hard to get. Even with grants and donations, you may still fall short of your funding goals. When this happens, it's time to turn to fundraising.
Coming up with good ideas for fundraising is like pulling teeth. Most people dread having to do them, but are glad they did when it's done. In order to help you do a successful fundraiser, we're going to go over some of the common options like online fundraising websites, getting free public relations, and putting on benefits, screenings, and auctions. You can use ideas like these to pull off a fundraiser that allows your documentary to get the funding it needs.
The least risky and easiest way of fundraising for a documentary is to take advantage of online fundraising websites. Sites like Indiegogo and Kickstarter allow you to pitch your documentary idea to people all over the world who can then donate to your project after reading your proposal. The beauty of these sites is that they save producers a ton of money on travel costs and allow the project to get donations from individuals they would have never met before. Even though people who see your projects on these sites may donate only $100 or less to your project at a time, these donations can add up when hundreds of people are doing so. Both Indiegogo and Kickstarter allow you to post your project free of charge, but do take a 4 to 5% fee if your documentary gets funding. Now that being said, the exposure these websites give your project can actually be well worth the cost. But just remember, there's no such thing as free money, so make sure you offer something to your donors such as an early copy of the finished product or a small gift.
You've probably heard the saying that any press is good press. Well, the same goes for documentaries. Since half the battle behind fundraising is getting your project in front of as many people as possible, it can be a good idea to make your documentary newsworthy. Most local and regional news outlets have an arts and entertainment section where you can announce your documentary. Also, setting yourself up as an expert on the topic related to your documentary could get you contacted for an interview where you can mention your project. Lastly, if you have someone with some name recognition working on the documentary with you, or a recognizable donor, you could release that information to the press for coverage. In this way, you can get people talking about your documentary, which helps you to both find and impress donors.
Another option that takes a bit more time and strategic planning is to hold a benefit. Benefits raise money by having attendees pay to get into the event that costs the producer little to no money to put on. A very common benefit is to hold a dinner. Dinners work by having interested participants pay money to buy plates of food at an event in which an important person is attending or speaking. Sometimes interested individuals will buy out a whole table at a dinner. This way they can invite their friends or family to attend for free in hopes that they will donate to the production. Sometimes a local restaurant will donate their space and food for a free event so that people will both donate to the documentary and frequent the restaurant. Another common way to hold a benefit is through a concert. In a benefit concert, a band will donate either all or most of the proceeds of their ticket prices to a documentary. This can work well for both parties as they will get exposure to people that they wouldn't have had access to otherwise.
Similar to a benefit, you can also hold an auction to raise money for your documentary. The trick, as with a benefit, is to get people to donate items that are rather valuable so people will want to attend. Donations usually include valuable items such as jewelry, artwork, and more. However, some people may not have any valuable items. If this is the case, they can also donate free services like guitar lessons and yard work. And since many people coming to the auction have probably never been to one before, it's also a good idea to hold a silent auction. A silent auction will have items laid out in a showroom with a bidding sheet for people to write down their bids. If you set a short time for people to bid, it can make it more fun for attendees to win an item.
Though funding can take a lot of time, effort, and organization, it is a necessary part for most documentaries. Doing it correctly will help you raise the money that you need.